Hey everyone, it's Victoria with Nutrition by Victoria. I have a Master's of Science degree in Human Nutrition, and I'm here to help you build a high-functioning metabolism so that you can get and stay effortlessly slim, lean, fit, and most importantly, healthy, all while eating unlimited calories, but from the right sources. So we're talking about high-carb, low-fat plant foods here, fruits, vegetables, starches, sugar to taste. That is what I have done in order to get the results that I currently have at 37 years old, 9 months postpartum with my third child. I've been eating this way for over 12 years now. I wrote up a coaching program that contains all of the details, the science, the how-to of what you need to do in order to get the same results as myself. That is available on my website. Currently on sale, the coaching program, for $50 off. That includes the coaching program and coaching group deal as well. So I highly recommend joining my coaching group, which is a private Facebook coaching group. So you have group support plus one-on-one from me if you sign up for the coaching program, because then you can have all of your questions answered that you might have in regards to the coaching program, or maybe you need something a little bit more specific pertaining to your current, situation. But that is what I am available for with my coaching services, is to help you, troubleshoot your own specific diet and lifestyle so that you can start getting the results that you desire. So I also offer like a 1 month trial membership if you'd like to just test out the coaching group instead of committing to the lifetime membership. And then I also offer one-on-one coaching sessions for 40 minutes via Zoom. Okay, so today's video, I am going to be responding to comments and questions on my most recent What I Eat in a Day video, What I Eat in a Day as a Fruit-Based Vegan Mom of 3, that I just uploaded this week. So let's get right into it. My daughter used to devour green juice at that age. Keep it up. She is now 25 years old and still drinks it. Yeah, so my baby drinks green juice. He loves it. So I'm going to show a little clip of him having some green juice with me. Yeah, he really enjoys any kind of green juice, celery juice, various combinations that I pick up at the store. As long as it doesn't contain too much like ginger or hot pepper, he's cool with it. It's super nutritious. It's like a multivitamin in juice form, green juices. Raisins in sushi rolls is absolutely brilliant. I love it. It gives me, that taste of like sweet, but also umami, because when eaten together with the greens, it really, brings out the mineral salts in the greens and just, gives it kind of like a taste of soy sauce without it, the soy sauce. I also recently gave up coconut aminos. I'm going like salt free from my diet, but I am like still including like sea vegetables and things like that that are salty, and lots of greens that are salty, celery juice, things like that. Just as an experiment. Okay. Only 2,400 calories max. Looks like calorie restriction from your previous 4,000 calorie intake, and that's why you've lost weight. I'd like to see you do a 2-hour bike ride at 180 watts to 200 watts on this diet. I don't even think I could run that wattage when I was just eating a general high carb, low fat diet, eating 4,000 calories a day. I've really like struggled, honestly, in the fitness department. um I hit like a wall. Like I'll get all these fitness gains and then I'll hit a wall because I just simply can't recover, especially now having 3 kids. My sleep is limited, my recovery is limited. My spare time goes to making videos and working, or working around the house, taking care of the other kids. So a lot going on, and I've actually recently cut my fitness back in order to encourage my body to recover more, because I just found that I was doing a lot of running and my running time wasn't improving. It was getting worse. So I've just completely taken this week and the last week off of running. And I'm doing more like active recovery in order to improve my body's overall functioning in terms of just recovering from too much exercise and not enough rest. So, I always recommend that people consume women 2,000 plus calories a day and 3,000 or and 2,500 plus calories a day for men. So eat for me to eat 2,400 calories with my exercise being lowered, which is what I commented here, that it's natural for one's calorie intake to fluctuate based on needs. Right now, my intake fluctuates between 2,500 to 3,000 calories. I've drastically reduced my exercise output on account of overtraining syndrome. Just doing easy stuff until recovered. Lots of sufficient breast milk, though, so no restriction. So, uh, my calorie intake is actually spot on with what it's recommended for breastfeeding. My breast milk production is still very high and sufficient. I've just cut back the exercise, so my appetite has naturally come down as well. The other thing that I will say is I'm eating more fiber now, and I'm also eating foods that are higher in nutrient density. So my leptin signaling is actually better. My insulin sensitivity has improved. Those two work in tandem with each other. Plus, my cortisol level is now lower. So my calorie intake range is coming in a little bit lower with all of those factors taken into account. Okay. So it's natural that I'm eating, how much I'm desiring. Okay, I'm also suffering from overexercising. Can you talk more about that since a lot of people are in the same boat? Yeah, so if you overexercise, you're going to be dealing with chronically elevated cortisol levels, which is going to promote insulin resistance and not allow your body to shed body fat. Or it could even promote weight gain depending on, what you have going on with your diet. So, it's ideal to work with your body in regards to cortisol. So, if you are a really busy person and you're exercising on top of that, and you're finding that you're only getting 6 hours of sleep every night and you're just go, go, go all the time, it's likely you're going to be dealing with elevated cortisol. Okay. If you are training hard, but also can match that with 8 to 12 hours of sleep every night, and a generally sedentary plus, active recovery lifestyle outside of your training, then you're probably going to be okay with that training schedule, as long as you can eat enough to support it as well. So I was eating enough to support my training load. I just wasn't resting enough. So I was still dealing with the elevated cortisol. Caroline Deisler talks about how she has gotten the results that she currently has with her body because she switched from high intensity exercise to more low intensity, like Pilates style workouts. So I'm finding, the same benefit. Instead of running outside, I'm jumping on my rebounder. Instead of biking outside, I'm doing indoor stationary rides that are easy. And then I'm also doing like yoga and then some Pilates a few times a week as well. It's not calorie restriction if you're eating as much as you want until you're not hungry anymore. And that's right. You always want to eat within your natural, hunger and satiety cues. Just make sure that if you're a woman, it's over 2,000, and if you're a man, it's over 2,500, so that you don't deal with the effects of actual undereating, which is going to break down muscle tissue in order to form glucose via the process of gluconeogenesis, or look like nutrient deficiencies as well. So sometimes when you're dealing with like, hair falling out and things like that, that's going to be a sign that you're possibly under eating. And generally, that's what's going on with most people when they're experiencing those kind of symptoms. So make sure that you're always eating enough food for nutrients and for energy production. And then getting back to the overexercise, just go easy. Drop it completely back. If you think you're overexercising, just do what feels good, do what's easy, and then go from there. You don't have to cut exercise out completely unless you have like an injury. Okay, what brand of nori do you use? Mine just Crumble. I use Ocean's Halo, which is an organic nori, but I also like to use, it's the one in this video is a little denser because Ocean's Halo is only 5 calories per sheet and it's a thinner sheet. This Yamamoto Yama is a thicker sheet. It's really great for holding a lot more in the wrap and it doesn't fall apart. And they're 10 calories per sheet, so a little bit denser, still really tasty. These ones are particularly tasty. Gives you a nice little salt hit. Okay, I noticed since I actually cut salt out of my diet that things that do contain salt taste extra salty. Okay, looking lean, thank you. Just combination of diet and lifestyle and long-term results. And working my coaching program, because a lot of this had to do with a lot of the results that I currently have has to do with rebuilding my metabolism after damaging it with calorie restriction. Without dates, bananas, or yeah, without bananas, dates, or any dried fruit, could you still eat starch-free? I think I could. It would just be hard. I'd be eating like a lot of canned fruit, fruit juice. This time of year, it would be easy because it's summer, but you really have to be strict about having a ripening system going on. So you're buying your fruit ahead of time, you're letting it ripen, and then you're eating the stuff that is ripe, and you just have like a system in place. Whereas starches, they're always ripe because you got to cook them. So they're, better in terms of like having something available. But I'm not exclusively eating like raw or just fruit right now. Most days it's fruits and greens, including cooked green vegetables. But last night I had some Japanese sweet potatoes. I've also been having cooked carrots. I had cooked carrots in this video here. I don't like to eat carrots raw. I think they digest better when they are cooked. So I am finding, a lot of benefit from working the mucusless diet healing system in regards to diet. So that's more of what I'm subscribed to currently, not so much like raw, even though I'll have raw days or being exclusively fruitarian or things like that. I like to have, all of the vegetables. I'm just getting better results sticking to having more starch-free days. And then when I have starches, sticking to the carrots and the sweet potato or like the winter squash, things like that. Okay, you could eat 3,000 calories of high water fruit in one day. I think that's where it's gonna be hard is, especially watermelon. I love to eat watermelon, but I tap out after like eating a whole watermelon. I don't think I could have like a whole nother watermelon. Maybe I should try it and do like a challenge. I know Jillian Berry just did like 8 days on watermelon only, so maybe I need to do that. But I really like if I'm gonna do that something like that, I don't want to be breastfeeding. It is a lot easier to do challenges when you're not nursing. So, getting back to that calorie comment, my body makes sure that it gets enough food every day. Otherwise, uh, I'll just get hungry. So I got to make sure I eat enough. And dates is definitely where it's at for me in terms of, building that milk supply and keeping it going. Okay. So if you can buy mangoes and fruits like peaches and pears in bulk, it's possible. So for me, mangoes are out because I'm actually allergic to them. If I eat them, I get a rash all over and it's very uncomfortable and itchy and you know, we're talking about like a delayed hypersensitivity reaction. It's no fun. Okay, it's too much sweetness for me to eat 2,000 to 3,000 calories of fruit every day. I love berries, but I can eat at most 1,000 calories in one day, and then I don't feel like eating any more fruit. So a lot of people feel that way, and there's nothing wrong with working the raw till 4 diet or, raw till noon diet. Eat the high carb, low fat diet that's going to work best for you, and then go from there. So I spent so much time eating raw till 4 and having, all the fruits, all the starches, all the sugar. And then it just got to a point where my body kind of became a bit more particular. I wanted to test the waters with just eating a bit cleaner, a bit more whole foods, and boom, I lost 20 pounds, and that was that. That it comes down to, for me personally, improved insulin sensitivity and also like honed in leptin regulation. So, uh, that's something that I go into detail with in my coaching program. Gorgeous lady, thank you. I pride myself on just being completely natural. I've never colored my hair. I don't wear makeup. So I am, you get what you get, So I don't subscribe to any of that, beauty duty stuff. Dateland is $7 to $10 per pound, kind of expensive, but they have two varieties I never heard of, and I'm sick of Medjool dates, so I'll give it a try. Yeah, Dateland has the Thori dates, which are like also known as the peanut butter date. I highly recommend trying them. They're really tasty. I get the cooking Medjools from Dateland. They're only $38 for a 9-pound box, so it's pretty cheap. But then you add the shipping in for me, and it comes to like $6 a pound. Aldi also has Medjool dates for $8 a pound, or no, $5 a pound, sorry. Um, but I like to get Dateland's dates because they're coming straight from the farm. I've been there, I've visited the farm, and I like to get my dates right from the source. Okay. A lot of comments under that one about, yeah, just where people like to get their dates. You got to shop around, for the deals. This doesn't even look like you hit 2,000 calories. Are you serious? We all know the calories from a watermelon don't amount to much because it's nearly all water. I'm kind of disappointed in your diet at the moment. Yeah, so my diet this day did come in about 2,400 calories, like the one person up here had suggested. And what you have to consider though is my exercise has went down. My fiber intakes went up. My nutrient density has went up. I'm still getting in sufficient carbohydrates and calories. It's high carb, low fat. I am nursing, so they said even if you did, that's low for looking after 3 children and breastfeeding. Actually, the dietary recommendations for a breastfeeding woman come in at about 2,500 calories a day. So I'm right there. And feeling really good too. So that's what it comes down to for me. Generally, I eat more when I'm exercising more too. So that's just something to keep in mind for yourself. But that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I loved all the comments and questions. Leave any new ones down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.